The SPED internal site has great information and some useful resources. It is not open to the public and can only be accessed through the link, so make it a bookmark to refer back to it often. On the site, there are several tools available to help in writing a quality PLAAPF. Once you have the site open, scroll down and click on Instruction. On the left, you have different options. Scroll down and click on PLAAPF to IEP. In this folder, you will see several documents. We're going to start with the district PLAAPF templates. The district uses a template for writing the PLAAPF and requires that it is filled out for every student's annual ARD meeting. Using the template ensures that all 6 sections are addressed and a statement that describes how the student's disability impacts their access to the general education curriculum is included. Each section on the template has 2 options based on whether that section is an area of concern for that student. Let's start when an area is not an area of concern. If it is not an area of concern, data does not have to be entered. You will leave the statement saying current data indicates there is not a need for specially designed instruction and delete the rest under the section indicating it is not an area of concern. If the section is an area of concern, you will delete the current data indicates there is not a need for specially designed instruction and fill out the areas of concern and the concerns and needs section with your PLAAPF statements. The disability impact statement is compliant as written, but the words in all caps will need to be individualized for each student. Going back to the PLAAPF resource tab, you will see another document titled PLAAPF Data Collection Support Tool. This tool is organized by the 6 sections of the PLAAPF. Underneath each section, you will see areas of concern written in red. Underneath that are skills that would be included in that area of concern. The following columns have ideas for the types of data to collect, possible data sources, and finally, an example of a PLAAPF statement. Writing a PLAAPF can be overwhelming. This is a great tool to help you get started. Now let's look at some sample PLAAPFs. In this sample, the area of concern is reading comprehension. The statement says, Jennifer is working on her skills in reading comprehension. Most of the time, she is able to retell events from a story that she has read, but struggles to identify the main idea. Sometimes she can summarize a story, but cannot sequence events in the correct order. From the information given, we can identify the skills that the student is showing a deficit in, which are identifying the main idea and sequencing events. But there is no baseline data to support the deficit. Using words such as most of the time, struggles, and sometimes are vague and subjective. All skills identified in the PLAAPF must have data stating how the student is currently performing on the skill. This PLAAPF statement is not supported by data. Let's try again. Jennifer is working on her skills in reading comprehension with an instructional focus on identifying the main idea and sequencing events from the text. On recent classroom assignments, when Jennifer read grade-level text, she was able to correctly identify the main idea of the story in 2 out of 6 opportunities. When asked to sequence 3 events from each story, she could correctly sequence events for 0 out of 6 stories. On the Unit 5 DCA, Jennifer answered 1 out of 3 questions over main idea correctly and 1 out of 4 sequencing questions correctly. This statement clearly states the skills in which the student is demonstrating a deficit, identifying the main idea and sequencing. and it clearly provides data points on how she is currently performing on these skills. You have 2 out of 6 opportunities, 0 out of 6 stories, 1 out of 3 questions, and 1 out of 4 sequencing questions. There are 2 data sources provided, classroom assignments and the Unit 5 DCA, showing that this is a deficit that is seen in multiple measures. This PLAAPF meets all of the requirements. This graphic organizer is a good summary and a reminder of what a PLAAPF is and what it is not. It also provides some excerpts from some quality PLAAPFs and some non-examples that we should avoid. Remember, as you are writing your PLAAPF, that you are laying the foundation for the rest of the decisions in the ARD meeting. Here are some things to remember. A PLAAPF must address all area or areas of disability. Statements must be supported with data. Data must be specific and current. Data must be observable and measurable. Data must be individualized. Remember the I in IEP. Here is a quick reference for the tools to help when writing your PLAAPF. The internal website, PLAAPF to IEP folder, the PLAAPF template, and the PLAAPF data collection tool. Your vertical team SPED instructional coach offers support to all teachers when you are writing your ARD paperwork. New teachers are required to send in their paperwork, but we will look at any teacher's paperwork who would like a second opinion. If you need any additional help or guidance, you can reach out to your VLC instructional coach or review any part of this module at any time.